Cluster Maker allows you to quickly build your own controllable clusters from your virtual instruments. It works by sending pitch bends to each individual MIDI channel along with the notes and MIDI data. Note, this only works with instruments that respond to pitch bends. Now, there is a workaround for Kontakt instruments that I'll cover in a separate video, but be aware it's got some caveats. Okay, let's open the Cluster Maker Multiscript in Kontakt. There's also a VST AU version, by the way. We could choose how many channels to control. I'm going to stick with 3. Assign a MIDI CC to control the plugin. Okay, let's load the instruments. Notice that each of these instruments are different from each other. We'll cover phasing in a moment, but for this example, we're using multiple different instruments to get around the phasing. In order to control the bending, we'll set a start position and an end position, and then using the MIDI CC controller, we'll move between the 2 positions. To change these, we first need to press down the start or end buttons, and then we'll be able to click and drag the sliders. Here, the plugin displays the semitones that it's bending up and down. You can randomize or reset them too. What if you want to use multiple instances of the same instrument? You'd get some gnarly phasing. To combat this, we'll turn on anti-phase mode. At first, it might seem like it's not doing anything, but notice how there's 3 notes being pressed. The plugin is using the transposition trick. Channel 2 is transposed down 2 semitones, channel 3 is transposed up 2 semitones. The idea is to trigger a different sample set, then pitch bend it back into place. Triggering a different sample set allows you to avoid the phasing that you would get if you were playing the exact same sound. While it's not foolproof, it will work most of the time. And check this out. In anti-phase mode, the pitch bend range shifts. The second slider bends all the way down to -4, and only up to 0. The third slider bends up 4 semitones, and that's because they were transposed up and down. These arrows are a visual reminder of the range shift. Instead of using a MIDI CC controller, you also have the option to auto-move. The sliders will move automatically whenever you're holding a note. Down here, we could change the speeds. This is synced up to your DAW's tempo. The speed is the number of bars it takes to complete one trip from start to end, or from end to start. You could also randomize and reset the speeds. Head to Grumpy Monkey Plugins, where you could pick up Cluster Maker today.